Hey, you guys, it's LaDonna, Lady of Truth, Lady of Truth, always being led by my spirit. I haven't did a video and oh my goodness, so long, but I constantly repost the ones that I post because they're very important messages for the people. First and foremost for myself, and then for others to receive the overflow of Lady of Truth. I really don't know what I want to speak about today, but I was led to come and to share a message. I love to just breathe, inhale, exhale. What to say? Inhale the goodness, exhale the bullshit. So, let's talk about insecurities. That's the thing that I was dealing with the previous week. Insecurities, fear and insecurities, condemnation. One of the things that we don't realize is that we condemn ourselves and we operate in fear. Oh my goodness, false evidence appearing real. We believe in things that haven't even happened yet, or we allow the fear energy, the fear concept to be the dogma energy that we receive. And that's what I did. I was receiving fear because for so long I was scared to remove the veil from off of myself so others can truly fully see who I was, because I was embarrassed. You hear what I'm saying? I was embarrassed of who I am. You hear that? I am. And then I put embarrassed. I'm no longer embarrassed of who I am. And the reason why I was embarrassed, it was because due to the circumstances of life. You heard what I'm saying? Due to the circumstances of life, I was embarrassed that I was righteous. I was embarrassed that I wanted love and didn't want hate. But however, I still consumed the essence of self-hatred, self-sabotaging, because I was hiding myself. And when we hide ourselves, it's a form of self-hatred. And then you wonder why fear is prevalent and moving around, and you're in the flight to fight syndrome constantly, or you're operating under the formation or the formalities of anxiety. And it's due to fear. So on today, I'm resting. I want to share with you guys this poem. I was speaking with my elder today. My elder's been my elder for like 20 something years, and I am so grateful that God blessed me with elders who have had personal relationships with me in the midst of my journey. Oh my goodness, I've been through so many things, and I thank God for the things that I went through, because I'm here today to tell you to rest in God, to rest in Him. So I'm going to share. The poem is called Rest, because that's what my elder was speaking about, resting. And she was talking about believing. And I have two poems. I have a poem that's called Believe, and I have a poem that's called Rest. So God said, I already gave you the tools. And what I have to remember before I get to this poem is that God will give us things, and we may not even necessarily understand what the tools are until we're mature, until we're more healed. And another thing that I realized is that, oh my goodness, you hear the ice cream truck. Spring is here. I hope the spring, summer, winter. Praise God. But let me get back to it. To resting. To rest, and to understand how to rest. And that God will not minister to you nor teach you the way that He taught you 20 years ago, or 5 years ago, or maybe not even a day ago. So the poem is called Rest, and I'm going to try to get loud over this ice cream truck trying to blend into my concept. Unraw, unfiltered. Here we go. Rest. When we rest, God will do His best. When we learn to rest in our Father's mighty wings, then we'll be able to fly, singing a tone of peace. Trust in His omnipotence, knowing under the worst of circumstances. Let me say that again. Knowing under the worst of circumstances, our faith can and will hold us fast. We're pressing forward. We have to release the past. As long as we apply kingdom principles, All is well. He'll keep us. We can never fail. It was said and done when Jesus was nailed. It unlocked prisons, jails, saving us from an eternal hell. Thank God that faith keep us to resist the lust. Feeding our spirit man is a must. So rest in his mighty wings. Tell him your hopes and dreams as you receive his undying love. We have to receive his undying love and peace will flow. Knowing that I'm a child of the Most High God. Man, knowing that I'm a child of the Most High God, and I have signed the spiritual lease, so rest. See, here go this distraction. I'm listening to this ice cream truck, but rest. We have to learn how to rest in the vision that he given us, to rest in the capabilities that he have given us, to rest in the breath of life that he have given us, to rest. When we rest, we don't stress. When we rest, we don't have fear. Fear is not a present help. Fear is not my help on today. I do not love the concept of fear on today. And one thing that I discovered too as well is that if you don't remove fear, it will become your lover. You will be a lover to the fear that is drowning you, that is attacking you, that's engulfing your mind. But when you rest, my God, God will turn up the heat and he will make you whole and complete. He will make you so complete in yourself. I'm telling you, I'm a living witness, a living epistle that when you rest in God, he will raise you up. He said to humble yourselves when you learn how to truly humble yourself. And a lot of people don't know what to humble yourself is. That means you're not relying on you. You're not relying on your carnality. You're not relying on the government. You're not relying on your mom, your dad, your husband, your business, your work. You're resting and you trusting in God's spirit. And we have to learn how to hear his voice. That's the voice that we have been ignoring so much that produce the concept of fear. And we wonder why we can't hear and see his present help because we don't have rest. We have to learn how to rest. And I'm telling you, I'm resting. And as I rest, I don't have to make things happen for LaDonna. I don't have to make things happen for LaDonna. All I have to do is rest and rise up into that spirit. To rise up to that spirit. To allow my spirit to rise me up. And doors will open. Doors that you thought were closed. They were closed because you was not resting. They were closed due to your fear, to your anxiety, and to your psychosis, to your insanity. Woo! Let me take a breath on that. Let me inhale. And exhale the bullshit. As I say, shit, my acronym for shit. God gave me shit. Yes, he did. Submitted, hurt, is true. When we have been so submitted to the hurt that's been governing us, all we know how to do is keep perpetuating and passing it down. The insanity, the craziness, the chaos. And we don't have peace. We don't have rest. We don't even have ourselves. But as we learn to rest in our spirit will rise us up. Our spirit will catapult us to the places of our destination. It would not even be a hard work. As I have rest, and I started really resting, I think, around November when my twin passed away. I had to learn to remove people. And as I started to remove people, I started to gain more peace and clarity and insight. As I rest, God started to catapult what was already there. Sometimes we got to pull back the layers. We got to peel that onion. We got to peel it back. We have to pull it back and we have to rest. Rest in his mighty wings. Tell him your hopes and dreams. Rest. Rest. And on my birthday was 2/22/22. You hear what I'm saying? 2/22/22 and I was a twin. 2/22/22. That is a powerful synchronicities. You hear what I'm saying? Powerful energies, powerful numbers. On that day, I found out that my book was being sold on Walmart.com. I had nothing to do with it, but God already set me up for that. years ago for my book to be sold on several platforms, because I started to rest and allow him to catapult me. You hear what I'm saying? As I rest, he catapulted me. And so now doors are opening. Great astronomical doors are opening that I did not open. I couldn't even do it for myself. But as I rest in God, as I rest in God, we have to rest in God and stop being ashamed. See, I was ashamed of the fire and the power and authority that God gave me. But as I rest in him, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. And sometimes we be thinking we all high and mighty and we doing everything, but we be ashamed. And we don't rest. And we create these characters due to fear and egotistical concepts. And we think this is the fire, but no, God said it's something bigger coming for you. It's something greater coming for you as you rest in me. And I will rise you up. I will rise you up. And he said, I will make a plate for you before your enemies, and I will rise you up. Your enemies are people who choose not to rest, people who choose mediocrity, people who choose to stay in them dead, dry ass places when they just keep eating. What are you eating when you keep eating fear, digesting fear? And then you wonder why your temples are dying. You wonder why you can't think straight. You wonder why you're always complacent. You wonder why everyone around you is negative and toxic, because you're toxic. And as God, you rest, he will cleanse you. He will cleanse you. God will rest you. We have to remember who is God. We have so many different connotations of what God is. You know what I'm saying? God said he blew his breath of life in us in Genesis. And even in all the other books, in the Torah, in the Tanakh, and even with the Jehovah's Witness, with all the different cultures. I had my daughter, you know what? Let me go here. I had my daughter Google how many religions is it? You know what I mean? It's thousands of religions. And I believe those religions have brought division between God's people. And we would never rest when we attacking each other saying, oh, I'm the best, my religion is the best, and everybody else is going to hell. Hear me on today. Hell is a state of mind. A religion, it could bring you a state of mind too. And it brings opposition. But when we rest, God can show you the truth. And you no longer fight against religion. You fight in spirit. You fight in warfare. We don't fight the flesh. We don't fight these niggas. No, we don't fight these niggas. We fight in the spirit. And God will show us individually how we warfare in the spirit. You hear what I'm saying? He give us tools to fight and to warfare. So I'm resting. So this is going to be entitled Rest and Believe and Have Faith and Give It to God. But if you don't know who God is, it's you. Yeah, we're energy, walking around energy, because God blew his life in us. When his body started to decompose and it started to break down, and the spirit leaves because it's no energy there. Post-Satan is canvas. You hear what I'm saying? It's nothing there. So your spirit goes back to source. We are energy in motions. Emotions are energy in motions. Once we get our energies, our emotions, our energies in motion, once we grab them and have discipline over ourselves, then we could rest. We could rest. We could rest. And when I say I'm elevating purpose, everything that I do will be a representation of elevating a purpose. I'm very transparent with who I am. But I had to learn wisdom with my transparency as well, because people will hold you in the past. Some people still want me to be 23-year-old LaDonna, 24, 25, 26, 27, all those years. I'm 46, and God is not dealing with me in those times. He's dealing with me in a different formation and kept no fear, no insecurity. I was insecure due to everybody was crazy. Everybody want to fight in the hood. We want to come against each other. We want to be crabs in the barrel. We so fearful if somebody's doing the same thing. It's people that sell jewelry. You like my key? It's people who sell jewelry. It's people who make jewelry, design jewelry, and I share them. It's authors on my page, and I share them because I'm no longer operating under the umbrella of fear. the umbrella of let me hide myself. I'm not hiding myself on today. So y'all gonna get some fire. Because I understand the force that I reckon with. And the force that I reckon with is I am. I am. I am. And we have to be careful when we say I am stupid. Or I am tired. Or I am broke. No! Rest. I am great. Stop speaking death. That's what Spirit told me. Stop speaking death. Even if you see someone and you start speaking the things you see they're doing, you're speaking death, LaDonna. So I have to be accountable not to be speaking what I'm seeing these people do and speak what the great I am says about these individuals. You hear what I'm saying? Yes, I speak life on today. I give life on today. And I'm a mirror the greatness of who you are because we are great. 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 You heard what I'm saying? We are great. And that's why God is elevating me in my purpose. And I'm receiving the streams of promises. Just keep on watching me. Like I always say, keep watching me on my journey. Because you're going to watch someone being delivered. I'm almost there to this. It's just this one little thing I feel left that it's a thorn in my flesh. But God got it. Because I keep repenting. Repenting means turn away. And sometimes we can't turn away until we cleanse our self-conscious and start speaking life over ourselves. When we start affirming the truth about who we are, as we rest and listen to that silent voice that you've been ignoring, we have ignored. That's the God, that's the breath of life, that's the Holy Spirit, the Ruah. That's what's going to lead us. That's what's going to give us the tangible tools to reprogram our subconscious to get us off autopilot of insanity. You hear what I'm saying? And it's an individual level. No one can come do the work for you. All I could do is put the energy out there and be a mirror reflecting the greatness in you because we all have greatness in us. Some people may not rise up. Some people may not rise up. But I'm going to say rise up. I'm going to tell you again to rise up. All we got to do is rise up. All we got to do is rest and rise up. All we got to do is say no more and rise up. Remove the toxicity and you will rise up. You will rise up and you will rest and you will be blessed and you will see all your visions coming forth. You hear what I'm saying? And on that note, I'm done. Deuces.